Hello, friends. I hope that you've enjoyed your spring season. This last spring, I've been trying to focus on calming my nervous system. Enjoying ordinary, small, and simple things, such as a cool, gentle breeze, the sound of birds chirping in the morning, and admiring the delicate spring blossoms. Throughout my healing journey, I'm repeatedly reminded that making small changes or tweaks are really more satisfying than trying to do grand makeovers. So this spring, I decided to focus on repairing old things that have been sitting in a pile for about a decade. I'm happy to report that I actually replaced the strings on these chimes, which had deteriorated completely. For me, bringing new life to something old or broken has been so satisfying. It's helped me to find gratitude and joy for things that I own, especially when it's easy to take for granted what we have until we don't have it anymore. Also, I think it helps me to remember that sometimes all we need in our lives are just tweaks and not grand upheavals. And perhaps when we repaired enough old and broken things in our lives, we can finally convince ourselves that other broken things, like that of a broken heart or a broken spirit, can be truly mended too, especially when we might not know where or how to begin that healing process yet. It's so good to know that you can just start with something small and simple. And sometimes we may even find that it's not as hard as we thought it would be. Do you remember those grand house makeover shows? I used to love watching them. They always featured beautiful stories of how life-changing these home makeovers were for people. While these makeovers should inspire us and spark our creativities for our own homes, I think we should also be aware that we don't fall for that hidden message. The message that happiness can be only obtained through having a grand makeover or getting everything we want all at once in life. I think that we have to remember that while it's difficult, there is some joy to be had in saving up and waiting for the perfect piece to come along. More recently, I've wondered if these grand makeovers aren't somehow moving away from the tenets of slow living, of stepping away from consumerism, the constant buying, and the attachment to worldly things. I often see people getting rid of perfectly functional furniture because it doesn't match their decor or their palette. And while it's okay to do this when you have the time, the means, and the energy, it's also okay not to do it when you don't have those resources, and to avoid making that kind of comparison. I wonder if some of these influencers might not have the money either without our views. So no matter where we are, or how far behind we think we are in life, I hope we can remember to start with small and simple changes. We may actually find that we are not far off from where we want to be in life. I make videos about quiet, intentional living and finding peace in an ever-changing world. If that resonates with you, you're welcome to join me. Until next time, please take care.